Emma Stone plays Bella, a woman whose brain has been removed and swapped with that of her unborn child after committing suicide. She experiences the wonders of life, from food to exploration, education, and sex. Lots of sex. Along the way, she develops as an individual and she goes on an awakening in Poor Things, Yorgos Lanthimos' latest comedy drama that's reminiscent of films of a bygone era, but also very, very good. In the central role, Emma Stone is fantastic, and she's an easy Oscar contender. She portrays a woman whose mind for much of the film is that of a curious child's. Her mannerisms, her awe at everything, her desire to touch and taste is conveyed brilliantly. As the film progresses, so too does Bella's intellect, and as such Emma gradually conveys the character as more and more intelligent and more capable. It's a performance that timed and balanced perfectly, in part due to Emma's keen understanding of what is needed, and because of great direction from Yorgos, who clearly has a vision and goal. Willem Dafoe plays a scientist and doctor who is constantly experimenting, twisting and contorting the law of things simply to see the results. His makeup and prosthetics are suitably grim and gives him an air of unconditionality. As the film progresses, we learn that there's more to him than the need for knowledge. He's a man with feelings and emotions, even if those are limited to his experiments. Willem gives the role gravitas, refusing to let the character fall into mad scientist stereotype and cliché. He's a fascinating individual with questionable morals, ethics and views, but he is not portrayed as a purely good or bad person either. Despite his monstrous appearance, some of the harsh things he says, and the disgusting things he does, he is sympathetic, in part due to Willem's subdued performance. Mark Ruffalo is a lawyer who falls for Bella and takes it on an adventure across the world, one of discovery and indulgence. He is in many ways an English dandy, but also a womanizer, a gambler, and a man of ill repute. Mark's accent is sometimes a touch too classical English, but his character serves as an antagonistic individual for the most part, and he is often the butt of jokes too. This is not a likeable character, and it's impressive that the always likeable Mark Ruffalo manages to shake off his innate likability here. Perhaps the main star of the film is that of director Yorgos Lanthimos himself. His style, both on a visual level but also as a storyteller, is unique today. Much of the film is shot in black and white with altering aspect ratios and framing devices used throughout. There are practical sets with a mixture of canvas backgrounds, lighting rigs, and perhaps some CGI too. His style of filmmaking is reminiscent of a bygone era, particularly the works of German surrealism such as The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. In many ways, the film feels like a vivid dream sequence with odd characters, outlandish events and locations, crude content, and more. His use of framing is excellent. The film features a lot of graphic nudity and sex, yet none of it is on display for titillation alone. Each of these instances is shot in a way that either explores the character or progresses the story. While the character may be topless or completely nude, the camera will gradually focus in on their face and expressions, highlighting the purpose and point of the moment. The story is a slow one, and this is the film's biggest weakness. It takes a long time for it to get to the point, and there are a couple of lulls within the film. Twists, surprises, comedic beats, and a moment of energy help picks things up. A scene in the ballroom is the film's highlight, with hilarious lines and awkward moments followed up by some great physical comedy. There's also the title. The film never overtly states who or what are the poor things, but instead presents multiple possibilities. This makes up the bulk of the film's overall theme and purpose, beyond being one about sexual awakening and the search for knowledge and/or purpose. Leaving it up for interpretation allows each viewer to walk away with a different understanding of the film, and I've been considering this ever since departing the cinema. The crude adult content, the art house style of filmmaking, the dark humour and the bizarre story means that Poor Things will not be for everyone. In fact, many viewers might find the film in poor taste, or even unsettling and disturbing. The film is outrageous and hilarious, with an amazing lead performance from Emma Stone.